This is H. Victoria Hargro Atkerson. I'm an author and a writer, and I'm also a publisher as of this year. I will be publishing my own books and hopefully your books also, because we have so many interesting, dramatic stories to tell. It would be amazing if we get them out there. And I look forward to doing that. So send them this way any chance you get. Look on my website, and you can get my address and send me any information that you have. If there's something that I can help you with, right, whether you're writing or publishing, just send it my way. I'll be glad to respond. But first of all, I'd like to say thank you to everyone for checking to make sure that I am here and that I am doing well, which I am. I'm in isolation like most people are. We are locked in our homes, but guess what? I don't have a problem with it, because where else can you be and have all these conveniences? I think about all those countries and all those different tribes of people that don't have what we have. We have TVs, we have computers, we have, what's that, Alexa thing, which is absolutely fascinating. I have been doing a lot of discovering vegan recipes, because I'm now a vegan. I am a forced vegan because my body has rejected meats and oil, and it has been a continuous battle, learning a new way to cook, because I've almost had to start over as if I was a beginner to learn how to make nutritious food that is plant-based. So I will be sharing some of that with you, and hopefully we can film a couple of those sessions to make sure that that you will be in on my adventure as I try to struggle, and often I am very, very frustrated with the dishes that I make, and some of them end up in the garbage can because they are not fit to put in a human body. Some of them come out impossibly awful, just completely ridiculous. So it has been a struggle to make some of these dishes, because one of the things I like to do is to make sure that the food I eat is made from scratch. I don't like buying vegan hamburgers, for instance, from the grocery store. I like to make them up myself. So learning to do that has been a really difficult process that I have been enjoying, but I'm also tortured by it because it's not easy. I'm also learning to make, like, what is that dish that I love so much? Oh, cauliflower chicken, because I love fried chicken. Can't eat it anymore, so I have to learn a different way to do it. And not only do I have to make the cauliflower chicken, but I have to make sure that I bake it. And I'm using an air fryer, I'm using my oven to make sure that happens, because just doing it in the frying pan is something I can no longer do. The frying pan, that life of living with the frying pan is practically over for me, other than sauteing foods. But it has been an interesting for the last 5 years, for the last 2 years especially, because I have been exploring ways of doing meat substitutes, which I never did before, but I got so tired of eating vegetables all the time and not having the flavor of meat that I'm now venturing into making meat dishes that I can do vegan style. So I'm going to share that with you. It's been very interesting, very frustrating. So I would like to employ that each of you stay safe during this time. COVID-19 is nothing to play with. We all must do our part and stay isolated and communicate with our families and friends via social media, our telephones, Skype, whatever modality we have to do that on. And just make sure that this disease does not progress, because the fact is that the people most affected by this disease are people of color, and we must take care of ourselves, and we must do what we have to do to make sure that in the future that we have better health care in this country. because of the lack of it, many, many, many black people are dying. So this is not something that is acceptable, and we cannot sit down and accept the circumstances as they are today. You know, I think they showed on TV today how Barack Obama came out in 2017. Even George Bush talked about an epidemic of disproportion coming in 2014. So it's been discussed, and the person in the White House was notified in November about the coming of this disaster, and he ignored it, and he continued to ignore it. He was told again in January, he ignored it, and even now he's like, it's not real. So look, we have to make sure we make it to the polls in November, so that we can get this person out of office. Okay. So it's been an interesting couple of years for me, and I've been away from taping simply because there's so much going on in my life, and I have lots to share with you, and I will do that as openly and with as much fun and excitement and passion that I experience as I experience it. I think it's an absolute wonderful thing that's going on. The movements to make sure that our children get the things that they need in their communities, to design programs that are going to benefit them in the long run, and to help with their careers and help with job placements. There is so much we have to do. We have a tribe of wonderful, amazing people, and we need to honor that. So we'll be talking about my upcoming book, which is Enslaved, and it's been kind of hung up in our we've been hung, my camera's going out. Anyway, we've been hung up with the process of developing my publishing company, and that's the reason we haven't had that book out yet. So now that the final stages of that is in place, we'll be able to release that book and many others, because like altogether I think I've written 20 books, so hopefully we can roll right through them. So you know what, I'm so excited. I am so excited. And even in my solitude in my house, I need to focus on getting those 20 books published and get them in your hands, because I would like to hear your your responses to them. I think some of them are very, very good, and some are very interesting, and some of them are very different. So we'll be off to the races very soon. So thank you for asking about me. Thanks for the emails and the messages, the inquiries, the telephone calls. But I am here, and I am still working, and I'm having fun. I'm having fun. So you take care of yourself, take care of your families and friends, and stay isolated. And let's work this out. It's going to be okay. We're going to be fine. So you take care, and it's great being back. I will be broadcasting about twice a week, probably on Wednesdays and on Saturday mornings, okay? So you take care. Love you.